Today we're making chicken crunch wraps. These are 650 calories per wrap, as well as 76 grams of protein. They're incredibly easy to put together. There really isn't many ingredients, so it's nice and fast and cheap. And of course, they're absolutely delicious.
We'll start off with our tomatoes. We're going to need 3 large tomatoes. Give them a wash and then slice them into thick strips. Slice the strips into battens, rotate and then dice into small to medium sized pieces. And you're more than welcome to remove the pulp if you like to do so. I'm using 2 baby romaine lettuces or baby cos, and I'm just slicing these into thin, even-sized ribbons or chiffonading the lettuce. Give it a good wash after you've sliced it just because there's many layers, and then just allow it to drain until we're ready to serve. For a quick yogurt sauce, into a bowl I have 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of high protein yogurt, as well as grating in 2 cloves of garlic, scraping that all in there. Add in a nice pinch of salt, as well as a little bit of cracked black pepper or even ground white pepper. Mix this all together, make sure that garlic isn't clumped up, and this can be stored in the fridge until we're ready to serve. It's super simple and it goes perfectly in the crunch wraps. Lastly for the prep is 750 grams or 1.6 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken breast. Slice it into even-sized strips lengthways and then rotate and dice into small to medium bite-sized pieces. And like I always say, try your best to keep it consistent sizes, that way everything will cook at the same rate, and then add it into a bowl. Add in 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and about half a teaspoon of dried chili flakes. Add in a pinch of salt as well as cracked black pepper, no need for oil, we'll use that in the pan. And then mix this with a clean hand or some tongs until everything is evenly coated and none of that chicken is stuck together. Now place a large high-rimmed pan over a high heat and add in a couple of sprays of spray oil. I'm using non-aerosol avocado oil for this. Add in all of the chicken. If your pan isn't big enough, I do recommend doing this in batches to avoid steaming the chicken. And I like to let it sit for about a minute to a minute and a half to build a crust, and then we can start mixing it all together. And we're only going to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes or until it's golden brown and cooked through, and then we can set it aside for the time being. Now for the wraps, I'm using high protein, high fiber and low carb wraps. Add on 60 grams of that garlic yogurt sauce, 40 grams of shredded lettuce, 75 grams of the diced tomatoes, 130 grams of the cooked chicken, and also try your best to keep it all in the center so it will make it a lot easier to wrap. 50 grams of grated mozzarella cheese. Now you don't have to use this, but I have included it in the macros at the end. And then 3 to 4 corn chips depending on size, placing on 1 small wrap in the center, and then we can start folding this over. Now there really isn't too much of a technique to this, we just want to start off with 1 single point, making sure that we've pinched that down tightly, and then continue going in a circular motion, folding the tortilla or the wrap on top of each other, and then just moving our hand round with it, making sure that it doesn't unfold. It might take a little bit of practice, but once you get it, it is super easy. And once you do have it folded, make sure you turn it over and sit it on those folded sides, that way it won't completely unwrap. Now you can stop with them fresh and then store them there and toast them when you need them, but if you are going to toast them, you can either do it in a dry pan or a very light spray of oil. Place in the wrap with that seam side down and we'll toast it over a medium heat for a couple of minutes until it's golden brown and those seams have locked in place. Flip it over and then repeat, just getting that nice golden color all over and that nice crispy shell. All that what you have to do then is slice it open, and you can slice this into quarters, slice it in half, or just eat it whole like a sandwich. And this right here is the macros for an individual wrap, 650 calories and a whopping 76 grams of protein.
With storage and reheating, they'll last 3 days in the fridge and 3 months in the freezer, allowed to thaw overnight before trying to reheat. And the best way to reheat them is don't toast them originally, put them in fresh, and then we can just toast them when you're ready. You can either do it in an air fryer, in the oven, in a pan. Worst case scenario, do it in a microwave, but everything will become soggy. The best bet is to just do it in a dry pan, lightly oiled if you wanted to, and toast for a couple of minutes until golden and hot in the center. With our work done, we can then dig in. Beautiful flavor and texture. There's a lot of sauce going on in there as well. That garlic yogurt just really stands out. It's not overpowering though. The only thing I probably wouldn't add to this again is those tortilla chips. After a little bit of storing, they are going to go soggy. They are not going to stay crispy, but you can try it out. Try for yourself. Who knows, you might like it more than I do, but definitely give these a go. They're really, really good.